while it's running.
That's what you just did by making tea.
Phenomena.
Need to look into. I know there's ways you can set up like Discord
Live.
bots that automatically make a notified post when you go live.
Or it could be Memorex. We don't know.
Slide to the left.
Also, hopefully, I finished setting up my Twitch channel correctly, and when you go live, my channel should automatically host you.
Right, and vice versa. I host several other things on the Lovecraft thing.
And then my MySpace account hosts both of you.
My AOL account.
You'll show up on my
Friendster.
GeoCities page.
Friendster was a thing. Remember that one?
No.
Remember when we used Slack for like a month?
Oh, those were good times.
Those were virgin days. Okay, I think we're good to go here. So everybody, if there's anybody watching live,
I am.
Welcome. Tonight we're going to be recording
Welcome.
Case 11 Tape 5, which I have dubbed Red Rum.
Red Rum. Just like our claps. They're not synced up.
All right, let's get this puppy rolling.
It's not meant to be synced.
And we will never do karaoke here.
I love
Yeah, we just did it. Think about it.
We will never do karaoke well here.
I'll try to have a podcast.
Podcasten. It's German. Welcome to the Lovecraft Tapes podcast. I am Jeremy, your keeper of arcane lore, and we play Call of Cthulhu, a sci-fi horror role-playing game. Your investigators of the unknown are Brian as Jack.
Mental note, don't forget that TV tray.
Gabe as Roy.
Mental note, hide the TV tray better.
And Matt as Rocky.
Mental note, fix the thing where I keep hearing everyone else's mental notes.
Too many mental notes.
Oh, that's my Facebook. That's my Facebook notifications.
Bling, bling. All right, welcome back, players. How's everybody doing today?
Reception out here.
Good. You do.
Other than TV trays.
You do
Good. I got a little bit of a sore throat, so I'm doing some tea with lemon.
Too much screaming at the sky in your backyard.
Not enough. Damn you, sky! That right there. See this guy?
Yeah.
This guy. All right. Well, listeners, a couple things for you. If you're watching on the Twitch channel, you'll notice to the right, or that is, yeah, that's the right section. There is a live stream tip jar, and you can go to kofi.com/Lovecraft Tapes if you want to drop a couple coins in the bucket, and we'll buy beer or blueberry if you're Gabe.
No, we won't. No, we won't be doing that.
He'll buy it and then he'll pour it out in the parking lot.
So
pouring one out for the homies.
Keep in mind, for every $1 you pop in there, Gabe's going to eat a bowl of blueberry.
I will literally quit this podcast if we use the funds to support Big Blueberry.
Big Blueberry.
Big Blueberry Pharma.
I get my blueberry from independent, mom and pop farms.
Right.
It has that artisanal blueberry flavor.
Yeah, Chris has time to donate. And
blueberries.
So obviously other folks have been tossing in a buck or two or whatever for natural ones and natural 20s or natural, I guess, hundreds, fumbles, that sort of thing, depending on which system we're playing at any given time. If you missed last week's thing, that's too bad because you won't be able to see it unless you're a Patreon subscriber and supporter. That will be available to you. That was our annual Halloween episode we played. And that was a lot of fun. Thanks to Chris and Rob for participating in that. That was a lot of fun. All right, listeners, if you would like to provide feedback or praise or just say hi, drop us a letter from beyond at contact.lovecrafttapes.com. And we do have some new fresh letters to read, which is very nice.
Awesome.
I appreciate that, guys.
Those. Good and bad. I love them.
Love them all, baby. All right, give me 2 seconds
like
here.
when they're good.
I love them all.
Yeah, I think these are all pretty good. I don't think we got any your terrible things, but
focus.
All right, Tony Slayton says, listened to Case 8 Tape 2, New Friends. Wowza, I literally have never laughed as hard as I did during Roy's family time before development. I mean, I truly feel like Roy is my spirit animal. This guy, what a role model. Guys, as usual, good stuff. I wonder where this Lily thing is going. Wait, I'm sorry, I mean Rose.
Boarding.
So I've been told, like, teachers have reached out to me asking me if they can use me as, like, a good example for their students.
For what?
And the answer is still no.
Yeah, no.
No.
I don't want to help the next generation.
Exactly.
No.
You're not much of a teacher if you're asking those questions. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, Tony, you're going to have to wait a little bit to find out what happened to Lily Rose. And if you caught up to this section, you know exactly what's happening. So, maybe not exactly, like, but you've been given more information.
We don't know exactly what's happening.
All right, moving on. Mark PB says, fantastic, 5 stars. I love the mix of humor and horror. Found Roy annoying at first, but he grows on you like a fungus. Yeah. Episodes are well thought out and masterfully told. Wish I had a group like this. Keep up the good work, and I look forward to many more episodes.
I think it's pronounced fun guy. He grows on you like a fun guy.
What's that, Gabe?
You're just a hater. I don't need all these haters in my life.
Everybody loves him. Get out of here.
Eventually, Roy will grow on you. Don't worry about it.
I literally will physically grow onto you.
Like a tuber.
You can hate the player and you can hate the game.
You can do both. And finally,
no los dos.
Sheldon Warner says, having caught up with the podcast thus far and loved it all, I have found that watching the unedited version here on YouTube is just as fantastic in a completely different way. It's like watching Lord of the Rings with all the outtakes. As someone who loves running games for my groups, I really enjoy watching the story unfold and seeing the players deal with the challenges of the problem as the game master deals with the challenges of players missing clues or overanalyzing things. Something I took away from your series was the way you make something as mundane as an elevator or a phone call or a bike ride into a creepy moment, just by using a dramatic pause or the not quite right response of an NPC. Well done, all of you, for creating a great story together.
Thank you.
Look, I don't know what he's talking about. We have never missed any clues that you've put out for us, Jeremy. Nope. Not once.
We solve everything.
100% success rate.
Don't tell Jeremy that you like the live recordings, because he's anti-live recordings.
Yeah, I've changed my tune a little bit, so obviously we are back to the live recordings and
it's only because you had chili.
And I did have chili, actually. Thank you. It was
for
chili.
Chili's baby back ribs.
My baby.
Sponsor us, Chili's.
All right, guys, that's it for Letters from Beyond. And this show is brought to you in part by our generous fans and supporters on patreon.com/Lovecraft-Tapes. And it is time to give those folks a quick shout out. So we're going to do that now.
Sorry.
Dab your eyes. Like a doll's eye.
Mental shout out. Gabe.
All right. We're going to start off.
Blood.
Let me see. Can I actually...
No, Matt, you can't poop in your chair.
Matt, can you poop in your chair?
Watch me.
He was trying.
All right. Here we go. Thank you to Atulia, the Demir Lobotomist. Atulia again. You're on here twice. I have no idea why. Oh, it was from last month. Oh. Jordy Rose, Barry Robinson, Kyle K. Walker, Kyle Sherman, Dakota Smith, Michael Schuler, Chris Parker, Chris, I see you, Amanda Power, Elizabeth Grieve, hope she's traveling okay today, Jefferson Bell, Brittany Davis, Olda Polkert, Brownie Davis, Frank Delventhal, Liz Moonberry, Dom Driver, Phil Dickinson, Stephen Gregory, Lobster Johnson, Daniel Hissey, Jeremy Griffith, Robert Jameson, Ryan Perry, John May, hey John, Grand Rapids, Mal, Daniel Caprone, David Winterman, Shosuro Ajo, Quizzic, Woodard Vermayan, Mitch L. Mitch, baby, Eric Zane, Marty Dixon, Davinia Von Zarevich, Malambra 57, Snow, Eric Phillips, Yogg, Boston Harbor Horror, Nathan Crow, Eric Setterberg, Gregory Schmucker, got it right this time, Hoser _21, Holden Omans, Phil Campbell, Alexandra Kroska, Jeffrey Young, Bifford, Tien Tai, John Konopasek. John Konopasek. Hope I got that right. Nicholas Hutto, John Imray, Andrew Petty, AJ Ake, Ineptus the Stardust, Justin Levesque, AJ, Rolling Boxcars, I did say your name, Manic B Media, AE Jonesy, Grave Jones, and Ba Trans. I'm sorry, Ba Tran. There we go. And that is it. So thank you guys. Appreciate all that support. I will mark that complete on my Patreon dashboard. So that is out of the way.
So Jeremy, would you find it safe to say that Tiantai is the new Olga Polkart?
For me, yes. I'm having some difficulties with that.
It's probably your throat.
Say, baby, I love you. Okay, baby, I love you. Who loves you, baby?
Screaming at the sky.
Exactly. All right, guys. Before we begin, we need to take a quick commercial break. All right, let's roll them D's.
Oh, yeah, one of these.
One of these D's. One of these D's. Dun, 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 dun. Looks like it's me and Gabe this time around. Gabe, you are the seller. So have at it, baby.
What logic did you use to come up with that it's you?
The high one, you're 82, right?
Yeah, I know me.
Yeah. And I'm 47. So, or actually, you know what? Yeah, it's Matt and Gabe. Sorry. Yes, thank God. All right, so Gabe's still the seller, though.
I just had to make sure that we had as many viewers as we possibly could for this segment. That's why I had to point out that it was me and Matt.
It's like a million
it's
people.
The Gabe and Matt show, or is it the Matt and Gabe show? I don't know.
Billy,
hey, you.
Who, me?
No, yeah, but you'll do. It's not. You're not who I was asking, but the other guy ran away. So yeah, you.
No hablo Inglesho.
Okay, well, I can't do it in Spanish, so I'm just gonna talk at you until until you respond one way or the other. Do you ever hate it when you roll and that roll isn't the exact number that you want it to be?
Tengo un pingüino en mis pantalones.
Well, I have a solution for you. Something that can do away with these pesky fumbles, these pesky failures, these pesky hard failures. You know dice. Just get rid of them. We're playing a new game. It's called cards. We're done being nerds here. How's that sound to you?
Sound it out.
Muy guapo.
Yeah, I knew that you'd hate it. But let me convince you. Yeah, D&D and Call of Cthulhu, they're fun and all, but what you really want to hear is the World Poker Tour podcast. Think about it. All of the excitement of watching people play poker with none of the watching.
Quiero Taco Bell?
Taco Bell's not a sponsor for this product and or service. So that's what you need to do. You need to give up on the dice rolling so that way you never, ever roll a fumble again. It's all successes from here on out, baby.
Porque no los dos.
Sounds like you want to be dealt in.
See?
All right. That's what I got.
Yeah, that was... Okay. And we're back. What do you guys think of that product and service?
No habla inglés, señor. What do you guys think of it?
I thought that the presenter was very shady.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I trust that guy. He's too much shady, not enough slim.
That's true. That's true.
Well, honestly, that product and or service is so delicious, I could eat the whole thing in one sitting. What was that?
Sorry.
Okay. Honestly, that product and or service is so delicious, I could eat the whole thing in one sitting. I know the package says you shouldn't, but who's really going to know? That's some good product under service. Oh shit. I'm a rat again, aren't I? Damn it, this happens every time. Now I gotta go sleep it off until I change back. I swear, they should make the terms and conditions in larger print. If you need me, I'll just be over here in this garbage can.
Whoa there, Master Splinter. Slow down.
Whew.
Now,
Are you okay, Brian? I look a little hot and
No, I
bothered
am.
there.
now, dear investigators, we continue. Case 11, Haunted Hearts. And we are live, by the way. Previously on the Lovecraft tapes. Our quintet of Delta Green investigators continues their inspection of the Poe Manse, following a ghostly whisper and very real footprints to a beckoning doorway. While Rocky, Jack, and Ricky stalk the trail inside the house, Roy and Danny catch a boober across the river to bring back food to the gang, but not before downing a few drinks and confiding in one another. On the way back, they discover something odd amidst the dead grove of trees, even while strange occurrences begin to surface inside the mansion as well. Roy. Danny looks at you with wide eyes. Do you see that? Before you can answer, she's already dashing toward the twisted branch made of metal, leaping through the prickly bushes and brambles, quickly becoming just another shadow, flitting between other dark shapes silhouetted by the newly risen moonlight.
I'll acknowledge what she said, but not respond in time and run after her.
So the two of you bound through the brambles and prickly bushes. There is a bit of a what you would identify as a little bit more of a scent in the air. It's not quite compost, but it has similar characteristics. It smells a little bit like rotting fruit.
I knew you should have paid attention to those 1-star Yelp reviews of that pizza place.
Oh yeah, speaking of which, what do you do with the pizza? Just keep carrying it like a waiter?
Where were we on the trail to
you were
the
about
house?
halfway back.
Were we in an opening or in a brush?
You had just sort of come through the section where it was like overgrown, and you were just like I think about halfway to the house. There's a bit of a clearing but it's like thick brambles to the side, but not like insurmountable. It's more like just like waist high grass kind of thing. But
before I run, I'll like set it down and sort of cover it up.
Okay, cool. So sort of putting it on the
Carry it till next spring.
Yeah, with my nuts. I put my nuts in here.
Whoa.
Nutty pizza.
I want to hear about your nuts.
So why don't you give me a listen roll?
Now.
A pizza roll.
Hey,
knows.
listen.
A listen roll, huh?
Yeah. That sounds good.
Huh?
I need a 37. I got a 32. That's a success.
Check that box, son.
So you're following along, let's say about, I don't know, 30 feet behind her, because she's moving pretty quick towards this twisted metal, what you thought was a branch in the moonlight, but it actually has a metallic gleam to it. And she's already reached that spot and is sort of inspecting it. And as you approach her, you notice, you hear something fall further, like maybe 100 feet away. You see these twisted branches of dead and decaying apple trees. And all you hear is like something go thump in a crinkle of leaves, and that's it. Silence.
I'll start heading in that direction, though, sort of cautiously, like pressing my foot around in front of me.
Okay.
before I take a step.
Gotcha. Why don't you go ahead and give me a spot hidden, please?
Those darn North Vietnamese punji pits. Those
I
things
need
are
a
dangerous, man.
75. I got an 83.
Do you want to let
It's
that
true.
stand?
Yeah, I have to.
Okay, understood. So you pass by Danny, and she looks up at you with curiosity because you're sort of going past her, and she says, "Right, where are you going?
You gonna
Check
tell
this
me you
out."
didn't hear? Oh,
All
all
I
right.
didn't
I'll
hear
sort of
anything.
look. You didn't hear a thump.
No, I'm sorry. I was. What is it? Is there someone here?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to see. But what did you find?
Well, check this out. And she pulls back some of the brush, and you see there is a bicycle, sort of partially buried in the brambles. Why don't you give me a natural world?
Natural world.
I know a little bit about that, I think. Let me find it.
By a little bit,
Not
he means
enough.
like 10.
I need
under
a 66. I got an 80.
Okay.
Oh,
Fail.
So what you notice is that the bike looks like it maybe had been like tucked inside these brambles, like hidden on purpose. It is a young girl's bike with pink and white tassels hanging from one of the grips. What do you make it?
I'll
Roy?
sort of like dig it out from under the brambles and like see if there's any damage done to it, and like any major damage that wouldn't just be normal wear.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it looks like a pretty well-worn bike, but in pretty good condition. You do see some scratches on the body a little bit, just from the brambles. But that's kind of all you see.
Gonna have to roll heavy machinery for that.
To pull a beep, beep, beep.
he's got a backhoe.
What do you think, Roy?
I think this could have been in here for a long time.
Who does it belong to?
I don't know, but we're looking at some missing girls.
Oh, you
So
think it's
maybe it
one
was dumb
theirs?
of me to say that it was here for a long time.
I thought you were looking at the bike.
It doesn't look that old. I mean, it's maybe a year-old model.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But then I said that dumb thing.
Well, we can look past that. That's no big deal. No, you said you heard something?
Yeah, I definitely heard something deeper in the woods.
Should we check it out, or?
Let me see. Do I have like a flashlight with me? Yeah, I do. I'll take out my flashlight and sort of shine it in the direction that I heard things from.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a spot hidden.
I need a 75. I got a 16. That's hard.
Yeah, baby. So you're panning with your flashlight, and you can quite clearly see now that these are apple trees that are sort of twisted and maybe even mutated in some fashion. They look very unnatural to you. And as you're panning across, you see another sort of shriveled apple just fall from one of the branches and hit the ground with a thump.
I'll go over and pick the apple up and pocket it to bring back to the house.
All right. Danny will accompany you over to, like, basically kind of clutching at you. And she appears to be a little wobbly, probably because of the booze. She's probably holding on slightly too tight to your sleeve, catching a few of your hairs. Oh, I'm sorry.
Gosh.
I get so nervous sometimes. I mean,
It's okay.
thanks. Well, are you hungry? You can't be hungry. What, are you going to eat the apple?
No, but look at it. Doesn't it look weird? Like something's wrong with it?
And you pick it up, and certainly there is. It has a shriveled quality, and there are these little holes, almost like wormholes.
I'm bringing this to see if somebody might know something more about it.
All right. So you pocket the apple, and she looks at you kind of questioningly, but shrugs, and then you guys both head back to the pathway to recover the pizzas. And we'll switch to...
Oh, what about the pizzas?
The pizzas are gone. They ate each other.
They're on the bicycle riding back the trail.
Jack,
Mm-hmm.
as you witness this piece of paper seesaw through the air and land on the pantry floor, a chill goes up your spine as you hear Ricky scream a few rooms away.
Oof. I quickly grab the paper and run towards the scream, leaving the pantry.
All right. Are you going to look at the paper at all?
Nope. I'm going to run to help.
Okay. Rocky, as you witness the utility sink turn on by itself, discharging gray water into the drain, a chill goes up your spine as you hear Ricky scream a couple rooms away.
Gonna check to see if my flashlight is flickering, because if it is, it means the ghost is hunting and I need to find a closet to hide in.
No, it seems your flashlight's fine. It's a nice, strong signal.
Okay, cool. Whew, so it's not a hunt. So I'm going to kind of curiously stare at the sink for a split second before I draw my gun and flashlight and start running towards where I heard the scream come from.
All right. So you are currently in the serving pantry, and that's where you saw the sink turn on. And Ricky was heading here to just out of the dining room. Yep. So you go through the door into the dining room, and you see the door open slightly to the room northward.
I'm going to walk up to the door. I'm going to ready my gun, and then I'm just going to rear back and kick the door open and like into the room as fast as I can.
Okay.
Start shooting.
I'll go ahead
Doing
and
a
reveal
tactical
that.
entry here.
Right? Exactly. All right. Going to... Gabe's typing. Let's do reveal area, reveal polygon, I think. Okay. We'll pause here for a sec, guys.
Un momento, por favor.
We got a slight technical issue with Gabe, and we want to make sure that he's on the same recording as we are, so we'll let him figure that out.
We are.
Apologies to our watchers and listeners.
I do magic tricks.
Nice magic trick.
Thanks. I made 2.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yep.
All right, it's back.
Okay,
I
cool.
don't know what just happened.
Some weird glitch. Is the recordings... Do we need to resync the recording?
Yeah, mine stopped at like 29 something.
Okay, but we haven't lost anything?
No, it definitely stopped after I
Okay.
stopped talking.
Okay. So let's go ahead and resync.
Okay.
We'll do 3, 2, 1 clap. 3, 2,
Oh,
1.
hold on a sec. Yeah.
Oh, wait. Hang on.
Matt
doing something.
Zylish.
All right.
3, 2, 1. You guys lagged big time. All right. So here we go. I'm going to reveal this for you, Matt. I'm going to reveal if I can actually get the thing to work. There we go. Boom, boom, and boom. There you go. So this is the Sun Parlor, and I have a description for you as soon as I open up that document.
Do, 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 do. Just kidding, I can't go anymore. I'll get in trouble with copyright.
That's right.
And
Copyright.
Am I right?
okay. Sun Parlor. Okay. Dirt-smeared, opaque windows once offered a view of the impressive apple orchard nearby. Each pane of glass has been designed to open and allow in the fresh air blowing off the river. However, the hinges are rusted shut from so many years of neglect and lack of use. Withered philodendron leaves hang from suspended planters, looking like the gray, lifeless tresses on severed heads. A small platform can be accessed via a door in the east wall, presumably where residents would go outdoors to pick apples or tend the nearby garden area. And you see Ricky standing to the north set of windows, and she's sort of looking up at you as you blast into the door, and you can see like she has a, oh, thanks, man. Somebody just tipped us.
Whoop, whoop.
From somebody. I like that. Nice. $10. Thanks, somebody.
Somebody to love.
Somebody to love me. She has a look of shame on her face. And in her left hand, you see this desiccated apple. And she says, oh, I'm sorry. It's nothing. It fell out of one of the planters and scared the shit out of me. I'm really sorry.
Nice.
Well, as long as it's nothing more than an old apple.
Yeah. It was just. I mean, it's just an apple. Why don't you give me a psychology roll?
Yeah, psychologically.
I needed an 80 and I rolled a 7. That's an extreme psychologizing.
You spend the luck.
I'm going to spend the luck.
To get a 1, yeah. So she walks over and sort of reaches out and offers the apple for your inspection.
Nothing.
I'm going to take it out of her hand, and I'm going to pretend to look around the apple, and I'm going to just kind of look past it and keep an eye on her while I'm examining this, just to see what she's doing.
Well, you notice that her face is slightly flush. You can tell that she is pretty embarrassed that she yelled out loud. And at this moment, Jack comes rushing in behind you.
But as I'm coming in, I'm going...
Turn around and shoot.
and her face sort of flushes even further, even deeper red. She's like, I'm sorry, guys. I'm usually a lot more professional than this, but just for the briefest second when it fell out of the planter, it rolled at my feet, and I thought it was a head.
So you're okay?
I'm fine. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Don't worry about it. That's all that matters.
While
we're all here, I hand a piece of paper to Rocky. This just came out of the sky.
This just in, sir.
Breaking news.
Peter Parker. Oh, sorry. All right. I will go ahead and share this with everybody, and
I want to take the apple out of his hand as I hand him the paper, though.
I'll trade you.
And of course, you recognize the handwriting immediately, Rocky. This is another piece of the journal that you have. You found the first entry of Eldridge Poe. So I'm going to go ahead and share this to you guys. And Rocky, Matt, when you're ready, you can read away.
Well, good work there, Jack. Seems that we now have page 2 to our Eldridge Poe novel we've been hunting for. Imagine having spent a decade collating material to illuminate the deeds of your ancestors, only to find them hideous beyond measure, abhorrent to all manner of decency. I am disgusted and ashamed of the Poe clan. They perpetrated crimes not only against Providence, but against humanity as well. Black arts, relics of forgotten gods, sacrifices. Human sacrifices. My book is doomed. All dreams of a literary triumph dashed upon the sun-bleached rocks at the bottom of a cliff. Oh God, if these indecencies were ever brought to light, I'm quite sure this mansion would be razed to the ground. And who would blame them? I have half a mind to do it myself and flee to Europe. But no. Despite what sins my predecessors may have committed, at least my parents corrected course and brought me up to respect, honor, and cherish our better natures. Perhaps, in time, their efforts will have erased the ancient evil.
And this is dated 17 September 1973, about 10 years after the first one that you encountered.
So it looks like our second journal here is about a 10-year gap from our first page.
I guess we should look for more.
So journal pages are a priority as we scout this house. Say, Ricky, you might know this better than I do, but
Yes.
we don't happen to have any additional Delta Green files on this place or this family that we haven't already seen, have we? I know he directly mentioned terrible things that his family did, and I know the agency likes to keep track of those things.
Yes, we don't have anything like that on file. We knew that there was rumors in the area, but we don't have any kind of concrete data to support those.
Well, I'm going to wave the paper. Consider your rumors confirmed.
Well,
I'm going to hand it to her.
Looking at this, I would say we need to find more of the journal, but he did mention in that first scrap, too, that there was a family archive, so we probably should keep an eyeball out for that.
Well, we haven't finished clearing the first floor yet.
Curious?
And now that we know there's nothing but rotten apples out here, shall we continue back into the kitchen?
Yeah, I'm going to go back and double check the pantry for any more pages.
And why don't each of you give me a spot hidden?
There it is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wrong button.
I need a 77. I rolled an 81. That's a fail.
Okay.
I need a 60. I rolled a 66. That is also a fail.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, so Ricky seems all too eager to move along to the kitchen or wherever you want to go next.
Jack, why don't you show us where that paper fell out of the sky?
I take off in a complete full run. Over here!
So you guys... Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
And as we cross through the serving pantry, I want to take another look at the sink. Just as we're going by
it. The water is no longer running.
What did you see?
Well, right as you claim that paper fell out of the sky, around the same moment here that Ricky was spooked by our resident apple, the sink turned on its own. I was not near it, but I'm more inclined to say that in older houses with older plumbing, it's very possible that the stop that holds the tap shut can just kind of wear down, and the pressure from time to time can open it on its own. I'm not too worried about it.
Pressure builds up, releases, and slows back down.
Mm-hmm.
And Jack, as you were running from the pantry to the sun parlor, you don't seem to recall seeing it running as you went by.
Okay. Well, I was closing my eyes.
Yeah.
Like that one time I was afraid of plants and I closed my eyes and ran through the field and rolled well enough to get everything good to go.
I'm going to step up to the sink and just try the faucet a couple times. Just wiggle it, shake it.
It seems that the spigot is like rusted shut. You can't move it.
Okay. And I can't turn any of the... Okay.
Everything appears to be just rusted in place.
I'm going to put my hand up underneath...
Bring me my extra large can of WD-40.
Underneath the spout.
Uh-huh.
To see if I can... And then pull my hand away to see if it's wet.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Like, yeah, that's probably what happened. The well is probably surging and probably just caught it at the exact right time because it is wet.
Just like me. What?
What?
And over here we have the kitchen. Nice spacious kitchen. It's 14 by 19. All right. So on that note, I'm just going to roll my eyes and walk through into the kitchen towards the pantry.
Okay.
Looking up as I go to see if any more papers are falling.
All right. Cool. So you're back in the kitchen?
Yep. You guys coming?
You take Ricky to the pantry. I'm going to do a quick scout. And I'm just going to walk around the counters and open up cupboards and cabinets and see what's left.
Okay. Yep. So the kitchen has already been gone through pretty well. Jack did that.
Yeah, but I didn't see him do it. So
right. Exactly right. So, yeah. Why don't you give me a... Apologies. Roll D100, please.
Oh.
34.
Okay. Thank you.
An entire library falls on your head.
Exactly. Yeah. So
it's like the Matrix scene where just shelves and shelves of books just out of nowhere.
So Jack is taking Ricky into the pantry to kind of take a look in there, and Rocky is looking through the kitchen. So we're going to cut back to Roy and Danny real quick, and you guys are now approaching the house, the back of the house. As a matter of fact, you think you see through this area right here, if I could actually ping it, it's not actually pinging. Hang on a sec. Ping.
Ping.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
You see some shadowy shapes through those windows, Roy.
I'll shine my flashlight through there immediately.
And just you see what looks like maybe some dead plants hanging in the windows on the inside, but no people.
Just heads.
I'll throw a Molotov cocktail through the window.
Roy, what are you doing?
It's not people.
So gotta kill them.
I think you've had one too many too. I'm feeling a little queasy. How about you?
I could go for another drink.
Maybe one more slice of pizza just to tamp it down. They won't know, right? Just a little slice of pizza.
Yeah, I'll grab another slice. I'll take it out of the middle. I'll cut out a big slice out of the middle.
Nice. Oh, hey, look, is that a door right there?
I mean, it's a house, so probably.
Should we sneak in there?
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Sorry.
So you go up to the platform and open up the door, and it appears to be locked, probably from the inside.
Oh.
Pretty stout too. Really well made door.
Inside the house.
No screen door, which is a damn shame. But
It's a chocolate stout.
I mean, how many
I'll
mansions have
attempt
screen
to
doors?
kick it where the lock is. You know, that thing.
It's on the inside.
Yeah, but like kick it at where the locking mechanism is on the door.
Gotcha. Go ahead. Give me a strength.
2 utes. Oh,
I need a 50. I got a 4. That's extreme.
The door flies open with a clatter and a bang, and you see like a piece of the door frame kind of spin off, and like a piece of a big chunk of wood. So now it can't be latched.
I turn
it's
around
wide open.
Towards them going,
Jack's right behind you. Why don't each of you get Jack and Rocky each give me a listen roll, please?
I needed a 35. I rolled a 31. That's a success.
I need a 37. I rolled an 83.
All right. So yeah, you don't really hear anything out of the ordinary. But yeah, so Roy and Danny, Danny's kind of looking at you like trying to suppress giggles. Oh, wow.
We're sneaking.
I'm sure Delta Green will pick up the tab for this. It's fine. All right, tiptoes from here on out.
Oh, sorry. I only
Danny.
tiptoe through tulips. If there are no tulips, there's no tiptoes.
Right here.
Danny, if they didn't hear that, they're not going to hear us.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Oh God, look at these plants. They're all dead. Oh God, that one over there looks like is that a face?
Someone needs to water this.
Hold
Boy
on.
starts peeing on it.
I was just going to say. All that alcohol.
If only there was a sink nearby that ran by itself. Huh. All right. Well, where do you want to go, Roy? Should we head back to the front room and see if they're there?
Yeah, let's go. Let's go have a little look-see.
All right. So she departs the sun parlor through that door, and you guys enter the dining room, which is pretty, and so you kind of know just to go straight through the living room to the dining room, living room, and then off to the staircase hall. Basically right here. That's where you would expect to find them.
That's where we put the landmines.
Exactly.
Danny.
Yeah.
Why didn't we go in through the front door?
I don't know. I thought it was a shortcut. I'm sorry.
All right, I just wanted to make sure because I didn't know either.
Watch out for bear traps.
I mean, it's not like we're gonna, scare any ghosts or anything. We gotta get our tools ready.
Wait, ghosts?
Ghosts.
Wait,
Raggy.
Nobody said anything about ghosts until now.
Ghost?
No, that's what I do. That's my thing. Ghosts.
Oh yeah, wait, you did say things about ghosts. But like you didn't say anything about ghosts here.
Yeah, they're supposedly haunted.
Good,
but we won't know until we start answering the questions. But we're not going to use the dowel. I promise.
Good
All
spirits.
I'm imagining is they think they're being sneaky, but it's drunk sneaky, so they're actually hitting everything and bumping into walls and laughing at each other constantly and talking very loudly about how sneaky they're being the whole way.
Danny.
What? What?
We're sneaking. We gotta sneak.
Shh, we're sneaky.
You just see me lean over through the door and watch them from the other side of the pantry. Just shake my head and go back to looking at cupboards.
I just saw a shadow.
Kill it, run!
Give it the pizza what it wants.
Clip into the wall.
Go spinning and fall to the ground. The pizza goes sprawling.
Not the pizza!
I can pick it up. Don't worry, we'll put it back in the box. It's okay. They'll never know. It's a little dusty. It's okay.
5-second rule.
Good thing we already had ours.
I'll blow on it. They'll never know. And so you guys...
Hey, Jack, don't eat the pizza. They dropped it.
You make
Who said
I can't hear anything.
Is that a ghost? Who is that?
I think you were right.
My rolls are horrible.
I gotta go get my tricorder. I mean, my EVP recorder.
Go get it. I'll guard here.
All right, so she goes, what do we got here? Thank you, Crossy. Yeah, it is real Thanksgiving up there in Canada. That's awesome. I saw some photos online, so happy Thanksgiving to you guys.
Yay.
Yeah. So we're going to say Danny makes her way clumsily with the pizzas towards the vestibule where all the stuff is, all the equipment is. And we'll say Roy is keeping watch out, sort of like right at the entrance, or right here in the living room. How's that?
Yeah.
Kind of where the footsteps were found originally.
Just don't look over here.
I'm giving myself a pep talk while I do it.
No TV tray. Yeah, give me a spot hidden, Roy.
Uh-oh. I'm going to see a ghost if I succeed. I need a 75. I got a 62.
So you notice some tracks in the dust that kind of are all over the living room. They go to the window seat, over to the west, and then they track back towards the fireplace. And then there's like a little door just to the south of the fireplace where you see at least one set of tracks.
So from the window to the wall.
To the wall?
So I'll sort of while attempting to justify that I'm staying in the same place guarding, sort of creep over and look at where the tracks can go. Maybe stick my head in to see if I can see the continuing lead.
Okay. Why don't you give me a D100, please?
Because I don't want to see a ghost. I got a 40.
Okay. Nice. Yeah, so it looks like a little bit of a closet there with some TV trays in them.
The TV tray.
Acting.
It's the TV trays.
They're really nice too. They're sort of really old school. They got the tin type There was probably like a little rodeo scene on one of them.
I'll drag some of them out and I'll set the pizza up on them.
All right.
Smart.
All right. So you'll do that, and we'll go ahead and cut back real quick to Rocky and Ricky and Jack, and pretty much you guys come up empty.
So nothing in the pantry?
Nope, nothing more.
Is there anything in the pantry?
Nothing more that we've already found.
I'm going
Wait,
to...
but is there anything in the pantry?
Yes, but don't tell them.
Before we leave, I'm going to shine the flashlight straight up and just slowly look up to see if there's a hole from the upstairs dropping papers.
Nothing that leaps out at you, honestly.
Okay.
All
All right. Well, I'm going to slowly lift off the ground and follow the scent of pizza through all the rooms.
Actually, yeah, you sort of do smell like...
Especially at a dank, stale house. You're going to
Dank.
definitely smell that.
Dank.
Pineapple.
420.
You smell the pungent scent of pineapple
Ew.
and ham.
Gross.
Disgusting.
Absolutely terrible.
That's why I didn't eat that one.
All right. Not to alarm everybody, but there's something outside of my window, which is right here.
Yeah, what
It's
is
me,
it?
Brian. I'm
Just
outside your
clicked on
window.
the window 3 times.
That was
Tap,
me,
tap, tap.
Brian.
I hope it's just
Open the window.
windy and a storm out there.
I was going to say,
Open
you
the
got
window,
a,
Brian. I'm trying to get into
There's
your
a little
house.
bush out there, isn't there?
I'm on the 3rd floor. No.
Oh, of a second
It's a
floor
ghost.
house.
Remember how I was
Yeah, I
saying
think
ghosts?
that's what it is.
It's a ghost.
You'll know in a minute.
Yep.
Home invasion.
A branch
Live.
busts through and grabs me.
And everybody
I think it's
tips because of
ninjas.
this home invasion.
This house is clean.
All right. So you do both smell, all three of you smell some pizza.
Excuse me.
It's pretty clear what it is.
Well, it smells like the other two finally made it back with food.
And your stomach grumbles.
Come on.
That's the sound I make as I run through the house.
I'm going to just start walking back towards the vestibule where all the equipment is.
Okay. Awesome. So yeah, you spot Roy setting up in the living room on some beautiful TV trays.
Nice.
Looks like pizza.
Oh, those are some nice TV trays, Roy. Where did you happen upon them?
I'm not worried.
How did you find me in here?
Well, you are quite noisy, and it smells like pizza. It wasn't that hard.
It also smells like booze.
Oh, that's
You've
me.
been drinking.
That's me, guys. I'm sorry. I got my tricorder. I mean, my EVP recorder, and we had a drink. Right? We had one drink, right?
Just
By
a
the
drink.
smell of your
Had to wait.
breath, I'd say you had more than one.
Oh, it smells like pizza.
In teen spirit.
What have I told you about getting drunk when we're trying to investigate things, Roy? You know it never ends well for you.
Yeah, well, what have I told you about things? They're bad.
Stuff.
Shut up.
What kind of pizza did you get? I go over and open up the pizza box.
And you
We got-
see. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
We got we got 2 pizzas, but like one got stolen.
Looks like a little bit of each are missing here. Did you guys get hungry?
No, like I said. We
Thanks for
got,
saving me the crust.
we got mugged.
Danny starts
Right.
giggling.
You got mug root beer?
Not sponsored.
Guys, on a serious note, getting mugged is not funny.
Unless it happens to me.
Unless it's root beer. Okay, I'm going to just pick up a piece of pizza and walk back into the main foyer area,
Okay.
away from everybody else and the wrench of alcohol.
Okay.
I'm going to grab a slice or two, and I'm going to start walking back towards the kitchen because I noticed there was a door that we hadn't had a chance to peek through last time we were in there.
Okay. So you're gonna sort of wander back north to through the dining room and all that.
Yep.
Got it. Cool. And Ricky and Danny sort of, talk to each other and are just kind of whispering a little bit to each other. And
Did they say anything about me?
why don't you give me a listen roll?
Because I already succeeded once, and I'm not gonna again. See, and I had a 37. I got a 44.
They're keeping their voices kind of low, but you get the impression that maybe Ricky's not super happy with Danny's behavior right now. There's sort of harsh, hushed tones.
Well, she just thinks she's so much better than everybody.
And after just like a moment of that, Ricky whirls around kind of angrily and stalks off towards after Rocky. And Danny kind of wanders back towards the staircase hall, towards where Jack's finishing up his slice of pizza.
And I'm left all alone.
All by myself. Yep, you are all alone. So let's go ahead and do Jack and Danny real quick.
Yeah.
So she comes up and she you can smell the alcohol that's coming off her. It smells like rum and a little bit of beer, of course.
A little bit of hot sick.
Live. Yeah, a little bit of hot. No, she's all right, but she kind of like, walks up almost oblivious to you, looking down at this little piece of machinery in her hand, and she looks up and she's like, do you know what this is?
I'm just gonna look at her and go, Danny.
What?
How much did you drink?
I just two. I said one before, but it's really two.
Bottles?
Two's my limit, really.
2 bottles.
No, 2 drinks, silly.
Are you gonna be okay for tonight?
I'm fine.
You got that?
How's that
$20
pizza?
Look who's drunk now.
It tasted a little bit like rum.
The pizza?
Someone must have blew on it, I guess.
All right, silly. That's fine, but
what do you got there?
Yeah. This is my EVP recorder.
You don't have to spell it. We're smart here.
Yeah, it's for electronic voice phenomenon.
What?
It's like very hush.
No.
So what I do is I turn it on and I ask the spirit questions, and then it gets recorded on here, and we play it back later. If I didn't hear it in real life, I can hear it on the recording.
You get a spirit box. You get real-time results much faster.
What's in the box?
Spirits.
You want to try it?
Kind of
You want to try it, Jack?
Yeah, let's try it. What do we do?
Well, first we got to pick someplace.
Let's go over here in the dark where we've never been.
We could do that, or we could do like where we heard that noise.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
I'm gonna follow her, but be a couple feet behind, kind of just checking the mannerisms and making sure that see if I should take her too seriously, or basically I'm gonna judge to see how drunk she is.
That sounds like a psychology.
Or just looking.
Yeah.
Stumble.
Roll for just looking. Failed the psychology roll. She is perfectly sober.
I needed a 10. I rolled a 3, which is a hard success.
Nice. So yeah,
Damn,
you
son.
can tell that she is very drunk. She's probably a lightweight. And she seems to be very intent on this particular activity. She seems very proud of the EVP recorder.
Good. All right, so I'm going to follow her to the destination.
Cool.
And
You have arrived at your destination.
It's a little lobby, so there's not going to be anywhere to sit.
Yeah, just on the floor.
Okay. In the dust.
Yeah. Honestly.
Damn allergies.
Yeah. So
we're gonna go sit in the west lobby.
Yeah, west lobby. So,
I think that says west of the.
So what she says is, okay, I'm just gonna open this door, and she opens the door to the closet, and then she turns on the piece of technology and sets it on the floor, and then motions for you to join her cross-legged, sitting in front of the floor, looking directly into the closet.
Okay.
And she's like,
I do.
Okay, now we gotta think about what we want to ask it. And at this point, we'll switch back to Roy.
Oh, I was going to ask it something.
So, Roy, you see Ricky chasing after Rocky. At the same time, you see Jack and Danny heading into the west lobby and sitting on the floor. Anything you want to do?
I'll sort of like come and like leer over their shoulders and get like way too close. Like, what are you doing?
That rum breath.
Roy, sit down. If you want to participate, we have to be very still. We have to make sure there's no other outside noises that can interrupt and interfere with the spirits. We're going to ask it questions.
It's like
exciting.
Oh, okay. I'll have a sit down.
All right. So we'll have you guys all sit there, and we'll pick up with Rocky in the kitchen, and Ricky catches up to you very quickly. Again, she seems not skittish, but just sort of doesn't really want to be alone right now, and she looks a little pissed, actually.
Always so much fun being the responsible one in the relationship, isn't it?
Oh, tell me about it. I mean, she knows better than to go off drinking on a mission like this, and but you know, she's been having a rough time of it.
Yeah, well, you'd not believe the number of times I've had to get Roy out of his own sticky situations.
Oh, TMI?
No, not like that. I mean, there's been times where he's literally shot the phone out of a bartender's hand because he didn't want him calling the police.
You were there for that.
Are you joking?
No, he instead of just leaving the bar, he shot the phone out of his hand. Could have killed the guy. I
mean, he seems to be kind of a wild card, but I didn't think he was that wild.
He's not the most responsible.
But I suppose you're the responsible brother.
As I try to be, yes.
Yeah, it's a burden.
Yeah, for what it is, as wild as he can be, I do have to admit, and I'm only saying this to you because he can't hear me, that he does sometimes have his way with things. That he does every
like
now and then
woodland
have
creatures?
his moments. Yes.
But not the chipmunks.
Well, I just hope we can, focus a little bit here. I just want her to calm down, and they're going to be doing some EVP stuff, I guess. That's what she wanted to do, so I let her do that. But I really think, I mean, as the responsible one, wouldn't you agree that we should scout the rest of the house first?
Yes, that's why I was heading through this door here, and I'm going to step through this opening here and see what's in the room.
I'll go ahead and reveal that for you.
Nice.
Boom, boom, boom.
It's just full of apples shaped like heads.
If I didn't actually
now hold your tongue and say that.
Drawing shit instead of revealing it. Just full of heads.
It's full of assholes shaped like heads.
Asshole shaped heads? No.
Yeah.
Not again.
It's just all butt heads. Oh,
there you go.
Ooh, nice.
I think that is all we can show you. Yep. Again, the doors that you see here are actually closed, even though it shows the motto as open on the floor plan. But I do have a little description for you. Let me go find that. Okay. It wasn't considered appropriate for the staff to mix with guests or residents, so servants would eat in this smaller, modestly appointed dining room. The wobbly table is kept propped up by a brick under one uneven leg, and the oak top is carved with indistinct letters worn down by history. Instead of chairs, several stools without padding sit around it. The lone cupboard contains battered wooden bowls and platters, along with the mismatched sets of rusty cutlery. A door to the southwest leads down a short hall containing the lift, a back staircase heading upstairs, a small toilet, and a small outdoor patio where one might sneak a quick smoke. A door in the west wall opens to the rear entrance where deliveries were received on a regular basis, where the washing took place. This is also where the main access panel for the mansion's electricity is located. To the southeast is a strange iron door with no oak exposed hinges or even a handle. And I will reveal a bit more here for you because that description entailed quite a lot. And I'll point those interesting things out to you in 1 minuto. Okay, that should give you a better view. And I'm going to switch to... So you entered here in the servants' and dining room. Mm-hmm. So this back here is the rear entrance where there is... this is where the electricity panel is, washer, dryer, that sort of thing. And of course, this is what they call the ice door, where ice was actually delivered. This is actually a refrigerated pantry. Okay, to the south here of the rear entrance. And this is the lift. Okay.
What are you, British?
Yes,
it's an elevator, man.
It is the lift. Here is the side entrance.
It's an elevator.
The side entrance with a little foyer, sort of like a mudroom, tiled mudroom, and then a small toilet.
Just a little tiny thing.
The door with no hinges is right here. It's this one. Okay.
Boy, you see a lot.
And why don't you roll D100, please?
12.
Okay.
Just a windfall of letters fall from the sky.
Well, this, if I had to take an educated guess, would be the living quarters for the servants.
Very cozy.
Gonna go over and examine the top of the table to see if I can't tell what was carved into it.
Yeah, it looks like probably score. There's a lot of numbers, so you could tell like maybe it's like card game. Someone was keeping score, and they pressed a little too hard on the table, on the pad of paper, and it went to the table. So it's just sort of, and you do find like a few things like HJ, heart, QL. What, Brian?
HJ.
What's HJ? Hand job?
No, nothing. Nothing. We're not rolling dice. We use digital. So stop.
So yeah, it looks like a very well used dining table. A little too well used, but they kept it up, kept it running.
Oh, I'm going to kind of turn and spot the door. I go, well, what do we have here? And I'm going to walk over and examine that metal door a little closer.
It's quite odd. I mean, it appears to be made of iron, but it's completely featureless and doesn't even seem like there's any way to open it. There's no handle. There's no hinges on this side.
Oh, this is a rather unusual door, if I don't say so myself.
Oh, yeah. This is really odd.
No handle, no hinges, so either it doesn't swing or maybe the hardware is just all on the other side. But the question is, where is the other side and what's behind this that they felt it necessary to put in an unopenable door?
Well, let's do this. Put your ear on it.
All right.
Push your ear to it. And then she leans in and gives it one knock with her fist. Boom! Right in your face. 2 for flinching. And you can hear a hollow metallic ring on the other side sort of dwindle. So there is space on the other side.
Well, there's definitely something behind here. It's not just a solid piece of iron in the wall.
Well, I don't see anything. There's no trigger.
Why don't we take a moment to scout this room a little closer?
Okay.
That page in that diary did say that this family was fond of their secrets, so maybe there's a switch or a lever somewhere out of sight that we can use to open this thing.
Out of sight.
Candelabra.
Blah, blah. And I'm going to reveal just a couple more things for you here. Map and background. We're going to go ahead. Oop, maybe that isn't what I want to do. Nope. That must be GM overlay. Yep, there we go. Layer. We're going to bring that up to the map layer. And this one we're also going to bring up to the map layer. There you go. So those are just a couple indications. This one is the lift, the arrow that's pointing up. And I'm going to move back to objects of those. And the one that is pointing to the east is the stairs going up to the second
okay,
floor.
so it's like a little spiral stair.
You got it. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
So Ricky and I are both going to very carefully scout the room, see if we can't find any, fun secret buttons, switches, levers, holes, etc.
Got it. Why don't you go ahead and give me a spot hidden, please?
I needed a 60. I rolled an 86. That's a no-no.
Okay. All right. We'll leave you guys there looking around, and we'll go back to the threesome. In the west lobby, staring at this empty, dark closet that is opened. You getting a little paranoid, B?
No.
Well, you got brand new cameras. You're
Well, it came from the window right here this time, so
tap, tap, tap. It's fine. It's fine. It's a COVID.
I have 2 dogs, and so they're not bothered by it. So it's
right.
probably
They're not barking or anything.
No.
All right. So you guys are staring at the thing, and Danny's like, what should we ask it? What is it?
Is there anybody here with us?
All right. So at this stage, I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a handout.
Oh, handout.
All right. Yep. I'm going to show this to the players. Ready? Boo.
Aww.
So cute.
You got
It's so
me.
cute.
So this is a list of all of the items for the ghost hunting methods that they have at their disposal and which skills are required or can help with detection. So currently you guys are using the EVP recorder. So basically you need to role play, whether you're charming, persuading, or intimidating, and play that out, and that's what you'll roll in order to determine if there is any kind of response. Makes sense?
Since there's 3 of us, we could each take one.
Yeah.
I've
Well,
used most of these
so
before.
you asked the first question, didn't you, B?
Yes.
All right. So, so Jack asks, and which
Jackass.
So decide which of those skills you want to use, and then role play that question.
Bonus points if you swear at the ghost. It'll make it even angrier and more likely to get a response.
Jerk.
No, that's not quite strong enough. You can try calling it a mother.
Jerk. I think I'm going to go with persuade.
Okay. So, yeah, go ahead. And just frame that question as if you're trying to persuade it. And you can be, it doesn't have to be like straight up questions. It can be like a conversation of sorts that leads to a question. So your persuasion can be.
Well, my question was, is there anybody here with us?
And usually you can lead up, like, you've seen enough ghost story movies where it's like, we're not here to hurt you, blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
So that's
I figured everybody else would pitch in as well.
Yep. So, but this is yours. So go ahead and take it away. As far as the role play.
But Is there anybody here with us?
You're only holding a 2 on the activity meter, man. You're going to have to do better than that.
Did you guys hear that? You can talk to us. It's safe. If you're here with us, touch my shoulder. Did you hear that?
Go ahead and roll persuade. And Roy touches your shoulder.
And then I freak out and run away. I needed a 40. I rolled an 83. Don't think I've had a success. I have one success tonight yet.
Cool. So Roy, you want to try something?
Yeah, I'll charm the ghost into talking to us.
All right, let's hear what that sounds like.
Well, ghosts. I know that ghosts are usually pretty shy, but a ghost like you, it'd be such an honor for you to talk to us because, this is beautiful. We're all here just waiting with bated breath for you to reveal yourself to us. It's all about you, girl. So come out.
And what's the question?
So why don't you just reveal us here, and if there's any ghosts, tell us what happened to you.
Okay, I like that. Go ahead and charm away.
Going with the late night talk show host approach.
Nice. So you see the EVP recorder, the lights flash, like flicker, as if it's picking up something that you don't hear. And Danny looks at you. She's like, "Oh God, I think it's working. It's working, bro. You got the touch. You're a natural born ghost hunter."
You got the power.
Wait, I didn't know there was ghosts.
Did I forget to mention there's ghosts?
Row, Raggy.
I don't remember. My head kind of hurts. I don't know why. Well, let me try. Hi, it's me, Danny. I'm here with these lovely boys, and we're not here to hurt you or anything. We're just kind of like hanging out a little bit. Have you seen any little girls come through here? We're looking for little girls. And the light flickers a little bit. And you can see Danny like sort of clutching her hands and rubbing them back and forth and like a little nervously, almost like absent-mindedly. Rub it.
For 20 seconds under the hot water, it doesn't clean them.
Happy birthday to you.
Gotta use the soap. Don't forget.
And she's like, okay, that's good. Okay, well, we're going to leave you now, and we'll talk to you later, or some of your friends. And she reaches in and grabs the EVP recorder and turns it off. All right, guys. I have to run this through the processor on my laptop. Why don't you catch up with the other guys and maybe check out some things while I do that. Or head off to some of these other doors that you haven't seen.
Grab the UV flashlight and scan for, fingerprints or handprints on the doors and the light switches.
Yeah, I'll grab the black light. Did you guys hear
something? I don't know.
What?
Bring the black light into the bedroom.
No! It's like a Jackson Pollock in here.
All right, so Roy and Jack, what would you like to do while Danny is processing the EVP?
Roy, why did you eat half the good pizza?
Because why did we get a bad pizza? Don't blame me. Blame them. I only wanted to get a good pizza.
I love the ham and pineapple. And you ate half of it.
That's not the one I ate half of.
So you did eat half of it.
I never denied that.
You were mugged at all, son of a bitch.
I only denied that like earlier. I can't keep track of my lies, Jack. You know that.
Well, you seem a lot better off than Danny does.
It's because she's all sad because she lost the drinking competition to me.
Oh.
I don't want to make her
You
feel
can't
bad.
have a drinking competition every time you go to a bar.
Why not? Where does it say that? Show me the rule.
Liver's going to burst.
It hasn't yet.
Look, pull your shirt up a little. You can see it pulsing right now.
Jack, I was built different.
Oh, trust me, I know. What do you think of all this ghost stuff? I know we've seen a lot of crazy things, but what do you think?
You know what? I've decided that I feel like it'd be good for me to take a wild stance that even though ghouls and zombies can exist, I don't believe in ghosts.
You think once we're gone?
No, I think there's something to this ghost stuff. I think it's hard to get answers out of them. But if there's one thing I learned from the FBI is you can make anyone talk.
That's true.
Or the CIA or the whatever. That was so many years ago.
Gonna break some ghost legs.
That is true. Hey, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go use the bathroom and check on Danny.
Okay, you do that. Yeah, I'll just sit here.
Okay. I'm gonna grab my flashlight and hit him on the back of the head. No. It's just one of those real small LEDs, so it doesn't do anything. And I'm gonna head back out. I'm assuming Danny's out here by the bags and everything.
Yep, that's where she's at. Yep, that's where all the equipment is.
I'm gonna just walk past her. You okay? You getting what you need?
Yeah. I just need a few minutes to process this. I'll get back with you when I'm ready.
Sounds good. I'm gonna step outside for a minute.
Okay.
I run to the bike and I ride to town.
It requires 3 people.
Oh, has to have
He'll ride the little girl's bike.
The only position you could be in to make it ride by itself is in the middle, but then you can't steer.
You can't steer.
All right, so I'm just going to step to the side of the house here and use
take a leak.
Yep.
Okay.
Jack, are you smoking? You smoking again?
No, but the steam coming out.
Hot.
I look like I am.
All right. So Roy, what do you want to do while this is going on?
I'll sort of go and see if I can't find Ricky and Rocky.
Okay, cool. All right, let's go back to Rocky and Ricky.
Matt, you get to play now.
I'm here.
So we'll say that between the two of you, you've done a little reconnaissance between this section that I revealed for you.
Ricky Connaissance.
That's her last name, Connaissance.
Pickle Ricky,
bitch. So yeah, you guys have done a thorough look around.
Well, I'm coming up empty in the secret switch department. How about you?
Yeah, I can't find anything. Hey, wait a minute. Do you remember seeing that before? And she points at the table.
And to turn around and look at what's on the table with my flashlight.
There's a deck of cards sitting right in the middle of the table.
Just like the ad from earlier.
I certainly did not put those there.
Me either.
I'm gonna go and I'm gonna sit on one of the stools in front of the deck of cards and go to like grab them just to see if it's like a regular deck of cards or if there's something weird with it.
Yeah, you grab them and they appear to be a normal deck of cards, 52 cards. The jokers and blank cards, placeholders are missing, but they are very well worn. They appear to be quite old. It's a lot
of my 52 card pickup.
And Ricky sits right next to you, looking at you as you handle these.
What kind of games do you suppose the servants played with these cards back in the day?
I wouldn't know. I mean, maybe, I don't know, bridge, or I don't know much about the time period.
I mean, it's obvious that They did something. If you look on the table, you can see that there are little indentations. I'm assuming are from possibly keeping score for some sort of game.
Yeah, it could be any kind of trick-taking game.
I'm
Is that it?
gonna put the
Tricks?
I'm gonna shuffle the deck a few times, put it back in the center of the table. Be like, well, if you want to play, I'm here. I'm just gonna wait and see if anything happens to the cards.
And Danny looks at you as you say this, and Danny. Ricky looks at you as you say this with an approving look. She seems pretty impressed that you're actually using proper ghost hunting technique. And you wait for a few moments, and you hear a scraping sound coming from the direction of the kitchen.
I'm gonna look over at Ricky and put my finger over my mouth to kind of give her the shush.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm going to very slowly pull my gun out and point the flashlight kind of down at the ground and start slowly stalking back towards the kitchen.
And as you stand up from the stool and begin making your way down the hall towards the kitchen, the door opens and Roy is standing in there, wavering slightly.
What are you doing in my room?
Hey there.
Jesus Christ, man. What are you doing?
I was looking for you.
Well, you found us. Welcome to the servants' dining room, I guess.
Yeah, that's what it's like to be a good detective. I find things.
Tell you what, I have a very special mission for you, Roy. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
I'm going to grab him by the shoulders and walk him over to the metal door and point him at it. I need you to open this door. Can you do that for me?
I'll tug at the door.
There's no handle.
I'll kick at the door.
Clang.
Hold on. I'm sure I can get this done.
Did you bring your industrial suction cups?
I'll put the titanium spork into the hinges.
There's no hinges.
Ooh.
Rocky, this isn't a door.
It's a slab of carbonite. It just appears.
Is there like a little gap?
Not that you can tell. It's very tight to the frame.
Rocky, what is it exactly that makes you think this is a door?
The fact that if you put your ear to it and give it a thump, you can hear there's hollow space behind here.
Well, maybe
For
the
one.
door's somewhere else.
And
This
also,
could be a wall.
yes, because they would just randomly stick a giant slab of iron in the wall for no reason.
The back
For,
of
like,
a walk-in freezer.
Magnetic. Maybe they wanted to put their magnets here.
What are they?
How do they work?
The more you know.
I don't think you're using your head. And I'll start pounding on all of the walls next to the iron.
Well, there isn't much there. There's basically the wall to the east, which leads out into that rear entrance, so you know that is where that is. And then right next to it is the sort of the other side of a storage cabinet. So,
And this is the metal door right there. Right?
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Not that I'm there. I'm just, I
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
see what unfolds.
Yep. Yep. Right there.
So this is the metal door.
Yep.
So what if I came here? What is here?
Over here.
Yeah.
So that is the rear entrance, and that's sort of like where the washer, dryer, or utility sink is.
Ooh.
So if I were to cycle around,
Mm-hmm.
I'll leave Rocky
Yep.
like while he's in the middle of a sentence. And I'll
There's
go
definitely something back. Where are you going?
and I'll try and get behind the washer and dryer, like pushing them out of the way to see like what that wall is like.
Just appears to be a normal wall.
Okay. So I'll take out long sleeves.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus.
You told them to get into that room.
And I'm going to shoot the wall.
All right, go ahead and give me a roll.
What kind of a roll?
Firearms, right?
All right.
Firearms, handgun?
Is long sleeves? Yeah, long sleeves is a handgun. We need to talk about that. Oh, I failed. But do I spend the luck? I'm going to spend the luck.
You're going to spend 9 luck.
I'm going to spend 9 luck to make this work.
All right, so
how much luck do you have left at that
now
point?
I have 22.
All right, so you're going to spend some luck. Oh my gosh, 22 left. And yeah, so you shoot the wall and it bounces off the wall straight at you.
Can I unspend the luck?
You spend the luck to dodge it. And the bullet flies over your head into the western wall and rips up a piece of some masonry work on the wall, and a whole section of the wall just goes thump, and right behind it, a piece of paper seesaws to the ground.
And I'll start laughing like
The Joker.
like in Castaway. Yeah.
I'm going to hear the shot and I'm going to come running into the room.
When he made fire.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ, Roy, what the fuck do you think you're doing in here?
Solving the problem, and I'll go pick up that piece of paper.
Nice. And
What
Danny's
did you find?
standing right behind Rocky, and she leans and whispered in Rocky's ear, "Is this what you mean by a wild card?"
You mean Ricky?
Ricky, did I say Danny?
Yeah.
So Ricky leans into Rocky's ear and whispers, "Is this what you meant by a wild card?"
Yes, unfortunately. What? Give me that. I'm going to try and grab the paper from him.
And I'll dodge him.
Hold it up over your head.
Okay, that's dexterity versus dodge. Go ahead.
That's not really fair.
I needed a 60 and rolled a 24. That's a hard
Dodge
success.
is literally half dex.
I know.
All right, I need a 40 out of 74. I failed.
To be fair, you're slightly inebriated.
Yeah.
So yeah, he snatches
You're lucky
it
you don't get a
easily out
penalty
of
die
your
for being
hands.
inebriated.
The penalty die is that dodge is literally half dex.
Yeah.
Nice. All right,
Give
give me
me
a second here. I need to just change one quick thing.
Oh.
And I'll go ahead and reveal that for you. We're going to put this on the map layer. Map. And you do indeed find yet another piece of the journal.
This is
Post
also
journal.
what I mean by wild card. And I'm going to hold up and show Ricky the piece of paper.
Very nice. What does it say?
Oh, let's wait until I can
Said
see what
that
it's on.
Rocky is dumb and Roy is always correct. I looked at
How
it.
did you know that in 1983?
We were alive in 1983.
All is lost. They kept it secret. Damn them. Mother, father, why? I found photos in the basement and what went on there. The hooded figures, the sigils carved into the dirt and filled with blood, the sexual depravity. I am undone. Never once did I suspect my cherished parents were capable of such atrocity. And for what? This house? I remember reading something in my great-grandfather's journal about an awakening ritual. Had they planned to stir some slumbering elder thing? I must continue digging through the materials. There's a pattern there, I'm sure of it.
Herringbone.
And that was 21st June 1983, about 10 years after the previous one.
Mm.
All right, so it looks like all 3 of our pages so far are about a 10-year time gap. This one is from 83.
All right, we're going to go ahead and leave you guys there.
He writes one every decade.
Exactly. Yeah, just one page every decade, and that's it.
He only has like 4 pages, so we're really close to getting this done, guys.
We're almost there. All right, Jack. You're standing outside the terrace in the corner, just outside the living room, kind of taking a leak. And you're standing out there. It just feels like an October evening.
Nice.
Still a little bit warm. Just the breeze is blowing off. You do smell this strange rotting smell. This odor wafting off from the direction of the north, where you saw those orchards in the distance.
I'll recognize that smell as
you know what rotting apple smells like. This is slightly different. It almost smells like a combination of rotted fruit and dead animals. Like something that has been in the underbrush or the forest for so long that it has this sweet smell.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost as if it doesn't stink anymore.
Umami.
It has a sickly umami. Yeah, it's lip smacking. I tell you what, finger licking good, right, Gabe? And gotta get me some of that muskrat. And as you're taking in this scent and finishing up your business, you zip up and look up to see someone staring out at you from the eastern window on the terrace.
It's Bear Grylls. He's wondering if you're going to drink that piss or not.
Eastern window on the terrace.
I'm blinking it.
I can't see it. There?
So, here.
We can't see it if you're pinging it right now.
Un moment. Let me make sure I'm on the right.
Oh, the right level. Yeah.
Yep. It's the levels. Dang yo.
Tokens
right here.
Oh.
This.
Yep.
Oh.
It's a window that you're not sure where it goes to because you have not entered that section yet. But it's and we're gonna stop here, there, B. So you see just like a shadow at the window watching you. No distinct facial features, just something. You can feel this presence. Presence.
Trapped in a hole in the house. Time to drink my own piss.
Nicely done. Tune in next time as we play another reel of the Lovecraft tapes.
What about another fake?
Another fake out. All right, guys. Any thoughts
Another
and
make
theories?
out.
What's going on? What's going on? What do you think?
I think that there's things happening.
Wow, as usual.
Underfoot.
I don't think things are happening.
Nice.
I'm on the fence. Things might be happening. They might not be happening. I'm not sure.
Well, let's start with Rocky and Matt. What's your idea of like the cards, the sink?
I have a feeling that Poe Mance spent as much of his life as he can locked up in here, keeping whatever is in here contained. And now that he's gone, those safeguards and those precautions that he put in place to keep whatever things or abominations might lurk below contained are now starting to fall away as well. And we're starting to see like those manifestations.
Nice.
So I'm wondering.
Thank you, Crossy.
I'm wondering if maybe that's his ghost or his spirit giving us the clues, trying to help lead us in the right direction.
It's Casper, the friendly ghost.
And helpful so far. I mean, I don't know about the water or the cards, but the notes definitely have been helpful.
Mm-hmm. Do you expect to hear anything on the EVP, Brian?
I think we'll probably get something. I don't know if it'll be concrete, maybe a word or two, if that, or a sound, because it only flickered a little tiny bit when she asked that question. So I think if we spent more time in there, we probably would have got more. You don't usually just jump up and run, but she's a little drunk.
She's a little drunk,
Well,
and
excited.
Just the mechanic of it, I felt like it's better to like keep it to just the without hammering it.
Yeah,
I mean, we could have role played it. We could have role played it for a little while longer, but it would still boil down to one role. Yep. And I kind of want to like give you guys, because you were doing pretty good there, so I want to give you a little bit of reward for that. And Roy, what do you think of the Gabe? What do you think of the door? What's up with the door?
I mean, there's clearly, I think that is there's something sinister going on under the door. There's got to be a switch or something somewhere that I'll just start blowing away at things until I find.
Well, so far it's been impervious, so could be a.
Well, I'm talking about like I'm gonna just shoot all the other walls until the switch is revealed.
Until all the pages of the journal will just pop out everywhere.
He's got a subtling torch.
Any thoughts on the bike?
Oh, there's no question to me that that's one of the girls' bikes. Despite the lapse of statement that I made earlier.
Any new theories, Brian, on or any of you guys, as far as Danny and Ricky? I know you had some misgivings about them.
Yeah, I think they're just a little quirky. After working with them a little bit more, I'm not too worried about them now.
So you're
especially
not
after having normal human reactions to an apple. That made me feel a little bit better.
Okay, good. So
seeing how embarrassed she was, and that hey, everyone makes mistakes, and there's nothing to be ashamed of. To be a little bit scared, that actually keeps you on your edge and keeps you frosty.
Nice.
Frosty.
Cool. How was the pizza?
Like a cold Coors Light.
That pizza was cold and tasted like spit.
I wonder why.
But I was so damn hungry, I ate it all. Even the crust that was left in the box from when they ate it on the way there.
All right.
And just so everybody knows, it was hail outside of my window.
Oh, you guys got hail? Oh, that's not good.
Hail. Now it's raining, but that's what it was. It was the hail getting through that little tree, ticking on the window.
Oof.
Yeah, it was great.
Nicely done.
It was me.
All right, guys, now it's time for some hashtag recommendos where we share some of our geeky obsessions. Please roll D100.
27.
Yay.
10.
67, so I will go first.
56.
Gabe with a 56. So it'll be me, Gabe, Matt, then Brian. So I will start us off tonight with my recommendation. Recommendo is the film Teddy from 2020. Directed by Ludwig and Zoran Buchherma. This is a French film. I'm not even sure. They might be twin brothers who directed this. I can't quite remember. But it stars Anthony Bajon. It's about a young man who lives in rural France. Think of if Pawpaw, Michigan were in rural France. It's a redneck kind of place where
I didn't know the French had banjos.
They do, kind of, yes. And the main character actually wears a shirt that's sort of like some metal band or something. I forget. It's like a huge phoenix on fire. It's kind of cool. But that's what you would see in like Pawpaw, Manawan, that sort of like rural redneck, Trump land. Anyways, so this young man lives in rural France. He lives in a foster home. He works as a massage therapist. He does have a girlfriend and dreams of having his own home one day with her. But, things aren't going his way. It seems that there's this wolf going around killing sheep. And the farmers are all up in arms. And he decides he's going to go in and, check out this wolf. Well, he gets bit. And as you might suspect, because this is a horror film,
he gets gangrene and they have to amputate.
He dies. No.
He gets rabies. Ooh,
he begins to transform into a werewolf. And it's a little bit of Martin, George Romero's Martin. and American Werewolf in London, with maybe not that great, but a little bit of those same vibes, because it is a werewolf film that is funny, but also sad, and it doesn't end up very well for him. And it just has this kind of really cool point of view that you don't really see much in French films, where this could easily have taken place in the U.S. in like, to your point, banjos, in the rural South someplace. It has that sort of vibe, but it's really fun. There's a bit of a revenge aspect to it at the end. He sort of gets his comeuppance against the people who are trying to pick on him, the bullies, that sort of thing. But in Totem, it's just a fun werewolf movie if you really dig those films. I do. And I don't think it injects too much new into the genre, but it's still like good to see it done well. And I recommend Teddy from 2020. I saw it during the Fantastic Fest this year online, which was free. It's amazing. And but you can actually find it on Alamo On Demand and other places soon, I'm sure. This is most of the stuff that was on Fantastic Fest won't be coming out to the mainstream for a few months, if not years.
We get it. You get it. You saw it before it was cool. God,
exactly.
Hipster.
Yeah.
I only watch horror movies before they're cool.
I recommend checking that out, Teddy. So
it's no American Werewolf in Paris.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's no or Vampire in Brooklyn. Let's go with Gabe. You're up next.
My recommendo this week is the Brian and Vinny Show, and more particularly the entirety of Wrestling Observer Radio, but specifically the Brian and Vinny Show. What Wrestling Observer is, it's a news site for wrestling. It's something I use to keep track of all the things that I can't watch on a weekly basis because I'm busy and I just don't have the access to it that I would like to have and hope to one day. But this is something I keep up with, the indies and things like that. But what the Brian and Vinny Show is it's just these two, for the lack of a better word, dicky guys that just get on every week and they do reviews of all the big shows, and they just sit down and make fun of them for as long as they can. And also they do retrospectives on some of like the worst things in history, and I just think what they add to it is hilarious. Their reviews, especially if it's something that you didn't get a chance to watch and you want to do like a highlight format, they do a really good job of breaking it down, and they'll just crack you up while you're watching it. Like in particular, if you can go back and find their reviews of the Urban Wrestling Federation, the couple shows that they did, I find those hilarious because they just talk the show up as much as they can, even though they basically acknowledge how much of a dog shit show it is. And I don't know, they're two very likable guys. They've been around for a long time. They've been doing it. They know what they're talking about. And I just think it's basically my favorite way of getting highlights of the things I'm not able to watch and I wish I could. So that's the Brian and Vinny Show.
Cool. I think that's my new favorite phrase, dog shit show.
I like that. That's cool. It's like bullshit artist.
Bullshit artist.
Bullshit.
This is a dog shit show.
All right. Thank you, Gabe. And Matt, you're up next.
Well, if you've been listening to this episode, it comes no surprise as to what my recommendo is tonight, as I've made many references and jokes towards this game over the course of the episode. We're taking a trip back to Early Access Corner, and I'm going to go ahead and recommend that you pick up a game on Steam called Phasmophobia. It is a 4-player co-op ghost hunting game. And it is, for being developed by a single guy, literally a single guy did all of this.
He's not married?
It is, no, it's really well done. So the game loop is more or less you get together with anywhere from 1 to 4 people. You earn money in investigations, which allows you to buy, different types of equipment. You have EMF meters, you have digital thermometers, you have motion sensors. And the whole game is you are dropped into a map, whether that is a house or a high school or an abandoned asylum. And somewhere in that space, there is a ghost that is lurking. And it's up to you and your team to find that ghost, figure out what kind of ghost it is and get out alive.
And document it.
Because, yeah. And as you go, at the start of the round, you get a certain period of free time where the ghost will kind of stay put. But once that timer runs out is when the real fun starts, because at random points throughout the game, the ghost will get really angry and will go on what's called a haunt, where they will then leave their room and they will stalk around the building in an attempt to kill the investigators. So if you're not paying attention, or if you're not quick enough, or if you're just unlucky, there's a chance that you'll just be walking around and all of a sudden you'll see these hands reach from behind your head and enclose around you, and that's it for you. You're done. And at that point, you're a ghost as well, so you just kind of have to hang around and watch your teammates do the investigation because you can't interact with them anymore. But it is super fun. Despite being a fairly simple gameplay loop, it is super addicting. We've been having a whole lot of fun playing it with some of the patrons on our Discord. I've been told to tell you that it's always a good idea to tell a demon to go fuck itself. Yeah, it's fun because one of the mechanics is you're supposed to use a microphone in in-game chat because it uses Windows speech recognition. So the ghost is actively listening to you. So you can ask it questions like, who are you? Where are you? Are you angry? And it can actually monitor and respond to you. And certain phrases and words that you can say will make it angry, such as swearing at it. We learned that the hard way. But it's a really, really fun game, and I'm really excited to see what this guy does with it. And hopefully he can take all this, the positive press and the popularity and the money he's getting to kind of take this game and make it into something really, really special.
That's cool.
So if you want to have some co-op ghost hunting fun, it's Phasmophobia on Steam in early access for $13.99.
That's a good deal.
Nice.
I watched a couple people play. I watched you guys play for a little bit with the patrons, and then I watched a couple videos on YouTube. And when a person is attacked by the ghost, nobody else sees the ghost, but they see the person dying and getting contorted and twisted in their arms. Oh, it's pretty cool.
Nice.
It's cool.
All right, very good. Thank you, Matthew. And I hope that creator does get married at some point. But
yeah.
And Brian, why don't you wrap us up
Poor
here, buddy?
Single guy. Mine's an easy one. I was a huge fan of Google Play Music, and they officially are switched over to YouTube Music. And I was a little hesitant, but then it did it automatically. And I think last Friday. So the entire weekend and all day today at work, I used it, and I'm very pleased. Some of the bands that I listen to, they're not overly popular. For instance, I listen to Primus a lot, and I heard 2 tracks today that I had never heard from Primus, and I count myself as a pretty big fan. So I was thoroughly impressed, and a couple from the concert live songs that I hadn't heard live before. So so far I'm really digging it. So if you haven't tried it yet, give it a shot. Some people don't like the interface, but I don't mind it. It doesn't bother me at all. YouTube Music just replaced Google Play Music, so give it a listen.
Cool. Yep, and I can second that. I was also hesitant because I was so used to Google Play Music. That's really what it was, and you know, it's actually gotten better. They've added a few features here and there over the past few months. So yeah. It's right now I don't find that much different between the two. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Woo woo.
All right, guys, that's it for this episode of Lovecraft Tapes. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe on whatever podcast platform you prefer.
Podcast
platform. If you like what you hear, please leave us a review. Meanwhile, you can find us at lovecrafttapes.com, a brand new website, by the way, with links to all our hashtag recommendos, which I actually just changed today, and social media channels, including Reddit, YouTube, and our Discord server where you can chat with us in real time. Podcast. You can find me on Twitter at Lovecraft Tapes.
And if anybody has any advice on opening a door with no handles, no hinges, no locks, and nothing to grab, hit me up on Twitter at TheRealWeirdKid. Be super helpful.
And if anybody wants to just explain to Matt that guns always work, you can find me at Lovecraft Gabe.
And if anybody wants to prank me by sending me a Hawaiian pizza, reach out to me at Brian Podcast on Twitter because I hate Hawaiian pizza.
Until next time, roll for pudding.
Oh, putting on the mix.
Putting on the mix, baby. All right, guys, that's going to do it for tonight. Thanks for watching, everybody, and thank you for the tips. Appreciate that. I don't think we had any
Just
natural no ones, no
ones, no 100s tonight. We had a couple of extremes, but we did not hit any critical successes or failures.
Just Diet Mountain Dew Extreme. It wasn't full on
Mountain Dew.
Baja Blast.
All right, we're going to go to bed now. So good night, everybody, and we'll see you on Discord later. Bye.
Bye, everybody.